You clicked on this video because you want to know if some of the signs on your body are actually indications that you're close to getting your abs. If you're anything like me, you grew up overweight, maybe you're skinny fat now like I was, where I lost some weight, but I wasn't defined, and I always wanted that aesthetic, shredded physique, and I just didn't know what to do next. So these are some indications I noticed that in hindsight were actually indicators that I was close to seeing my abs. And if you don't know me, I'm Daniel Whalen. I'm the owner of Better Lifestyle 365, which is a business that specializes in getting skinny fat men ripped, getting them shredded, because the skinny fat trap is extremely confusing and extremely overwhelming. A lot of guys come to me, Daniel, I don't know if I should cut or bulk. I don't know what I should do. I'm scared to put on muscle because I don't want to get fat again. I don't want to start eating more calories, but every time I cut down my calories and increase my cardio, I just get more and more skinny fat. I just don't see any definition. So these are some of the indications you're not only close to getting your abs, but I'm also going to tell you the steps you can take to make sure you unlock your abs, you fully reveal your abs. So let's get into it. Sign number one is a strength test. Now this is very important because in order to know that you have a good set of abs under the body fat, we need to know if your abs are actually built. And the way we can tell this is by a strength test. So the test we need to perform is, can you hold a 1 minute plank? Now a plank in itself isn't really a great ab exercise because it's just a isometric hold. It's like if you were doing bicep curls and you just stopped right here and you just held it, right? But it's a good test for your abs to see if they're built, to see if they're stable, and to see if they're strong. If you're able to perform this and you're able to perform the next exercise, there's a really good chance you have good abs. We just need to focus on shedding the body fat. The second part of that strength test is doing a hanging toe to bar. Now this is very hard, but the hanging toe to bar will indicate if your lower abs are built. A lot of people struggle in the lower abs area because they never target it. They never do these hanging toe to bars, but the lower abs are what give you that V line that every dude wants. So if you're able to hold a plank for 1 minute and you're able to do a hanging toe to bar, there's 100% certainty you have abs under the body fat. We just need to focus on shedding it. Next, sign number two, you're starting to see side definition. This was what I looked like when I started seeing side definition, and this was me just 2 months later. This is me in September of 2021, and this is me in November of 2021. And once I saw abs for the first time, I never lost it. This was me at around 150 pounds or so, maybe 145 pounds. And then this is me at 205 pounds, 2 years later, completely bulked up, and I still have ab definition. Obviously, they're not as defined as they are now, but they're still visible. So this all goes to show, once you unlock these abs, once we reveal these abs, it's really, really hard to lose them. It's much, much easier to maintain them. But seeing side definition is a huge indication. It's a really good sign because before the abs individually get outlined by shedding the body fat in between each ab, they first get outlined on the side. So this is a really good indicator if you have the side definition. But the third sign, and this is the most important one, the third sign that you're close to seeing your abs and you have a six-pack under the body fat is that you're doing these different things every single day. And these things will make it inevitable. These things are way more important than the first two signs because those are just indications that you're close to seeing your abs. Number three is 100% certainty you will get abs in the next 2 to 3 months. Now, what are these things? Number one, shedding the body fat every single day by eating in a calorie deficit. If you've watched some of my other videos, you understand that eating in a calorie deficit is the only way to shed that body fat. And the only way we're going to reveal those abs, if you don't have them already, is by shedding body fat. Yes, we can build them up, but if you don't have abs currently, you're never going to build them up enough to be able to see them, to poke through the fat you have now. We need to lower your body fat percentage while building the muscle. And the only way we do that is by eating in a calorie deficit. So if you've watched some of my other videos, you understand how. And if you want to work with me personally, and I can just make the game plan for you, you can book a call with me in the description below. But if you want to figure it out on your own, you can go on bmrcalculator.com, type in your information like your height, weight, age, gender. It's going to spit out a number. It's going to spit out your BMR, and all you have to do is eat that many calories per day, and you're going to shed body fat really quick. You should shed like 1 to 2 pounds of body fat per week, depending on how active you are. But even if you work a desk job, you're not very active, maybe you lift weights 3-4 times a week, you still should shed around 1 pound of body fat per week, which is great. But if you know anything about skinny fat and you've watched any of my other videos, you know just focusing on your calorie deficit is not going to get you ripped. It was one of the biggest things that kept me skinny fat and frustrated for way too long. So the second thing we need to prioritize is our protein intake. However many pounds of body weight you weigh. So when you step on the scale, if that reader reads 150 pounds, that's how many grams of protein we need to eat per day. So if you weigh 150 pounds, eat 150 grams of protein per day. If you weigh 175 pounds, eat 175 grams of protein per day. If you weigh 180 pounds, 180 grams of protein per day. This is gonna allow us to, while we're shedding the body fat, be able to not only maintain the current muscle we have, but build it as well. And then the third thing is that we need to be building that muscle. We need to be stimulating muscle growth. And the only way we do that is by working out at the gym. We need to be training our muscles to failure, stimulating growth through training to failure. And I give my clients, and I personally follow the structure of 8 to 12 sets to failure per muscle group per week. So what does that look like? Let's say you hit a chest day twice per week. In each chest day, if you hit 4 sets of chest on each chest day, that's 8 sets in total. And if you take all of those 8 sets to failure, boom, perfect, optimal muscle stimulation. Doing more than that probably won't give you much of a benefit. Doing less than that is probably understimulating. So if you're eating in that calorie deficit, if you're hitting your protein goal every single day, if you're training in the gym and obviously, you're tracking accurately and you're getting good sleep, you will get ripped. That is the third sign. Somebody who does that every single day is guaranteed to get ripped. You'd have to be an alien or a scientific anomaly or a reptile to not get abs in the next 2 to 3 months, depending on your starting point. But if you're watching this video, you're probably not super overweight. You're probably in that skinny fat stage, which means you're around 2 to 4 months away from getting that ripped, lean physique. You just need to stay consistent. If you found this video helpful and you want to work with me one-on-one, I'm obviously the owner of Better Lifestyle 365. You've seen my Instagram, you've seen my other client transformations. Book a call with me in the description. We'll talk it out. We'll build you a game plan and we'll get you ripped. Consider it done. We're going to get you ripped. Obviously, guys, like the video. It really makes a difference in the algorithm, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this and support the journey. If you want to see my daily morning push-ups, every morning I wake up at 4:25. I post 50 push-ups on my story on Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram and get that motivation, I'll put the link in the description below. But I'll catch you guys on the next one.